Hi everyone, my name is Mashanta and welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I want to take you through my top 10 red lipstick recommendations from my collection. I have done a video of this in the past. I'll link that video in the description box below. So while a lot of those lip products that I featured in that video are still my favorite, I wanted to change things up a bit and talk about some other favorites that have come into my collection that I've gotten used to since the last time I filmed this video. 10 different lipsticks, all in this collection across different formula, different brands, and I hope you'll find this video helpful. One of the newest reds in my collection, this is the Estée Lauder Pure Color Envy Liquid Matte Lipstick in the shade 300 Poppy Sauvage. It's a liquid lipstick, so comes with its own doe foot applicator. It's very bright. It's that bright. You cannot miss this lipstick. It's very bright. I've used another shade in this range in the past and I loved this lipstick formula, and that is one of the lipsticks that I've used up. It's called Burnt Raisin. I'll include a picture. And because I love the formula so much, when I saw that this was available at some sort of discount, I snatched it up, and I think the color is amazing. Here it is. I just realized that I had lip balm on, which is why this will take a bit of time to dry. So this is Poppy Sauvage. It still needs a bit of time to dry down, but I'll show how it transfers. Even if it transfers, you can see it's so richly pigmented. It smells like some sort of chocolate, and I think that's one of my favorite parts about this lipstick, the way it smells, and it's also long lasting. The other lipstick that I used to always use, it used to be a staple that I used to wear for work all the time. So from a performance standpoint, I think this is really good. I don't think they've changed the formula in recent times. Yes, I do think this lipstick is a little bit on the pricier side, but just keep an eye out for good discounts. I think if you have the budget for it, then it's something that's worth trying for sure. Next, I have a matte lipstick up for you. In fact, I have two matte lipsticks that I'm featuring in today's video. And no, it's not the one that you are expecting. So the first matte lipstick that I have is something from the Amplified lipstick range. And this is in the shade Bricola. It's a muted red, I would say. A muted red with peachish undertones. On my skin tone, it looks like a nudish color with hints of red. I thought it is a very understated color for work. That's one swipe. I don't even know if you can see it in the camera. This is such an interesting color. I know it comes across as more pink in the camera, but in person, think of a diluted version of MAC Chili with the MAC Cream in Your Coffee lipstick. So just mix those two together. So this is actually a red with nudish, pinkish, peachish undertones, but for some reason is looking pink on camera. Maybe against my skin tone it's looking a little odd, I don't know. But the name is Bricola, right? So think of the color of brick and mix that with pink and nudes, and that's how this looks. For me, this used to be the ultimate subtle nudish red that I used to wear to work quite often, and I like the formula as well. It has a glossy finish, but it's a very nourishing formula and does transfer as well. I have no idea why this looks pink on me, unless the color of this lipstick has changed or this is so strange. Now I'm confused because it definitely used to look red before. I don't know why this is looking pink. If you're going to the store recently, then just have a look at this one, because it definitely used to look red before. I'm still going to keep this in this lipstick video, but I don't know why it's looking pink, because when I bought it, when I used to use it for work, it definitely used to look red. And in fact, when I was putting this video together, one of the first things that I thought about was this. So I'm very confused about what's going on. I just took it off and you can see it's definitely pinkish red, but somehow against my skin, on my hand, it looked more pinky. But I would definitely classify this as a nude/nude red, not a pink. So the next lipstick shade that I have is Healthy, Wealthy and Thriving from the Powder Kiss formula. For me, this is a more mature, less intense, less attention-seeking version of Ruby Woo. And this is how it looks. You can see there are hints of pink in it, hints of vermilion in it, but it looks truly very, very stunning on the lips. And honestly, I love the Powder Kiss formula. I think it's so comfortable. It's a matte finish, doesn't dry your lips out, doesn't feel heavy at all, almost leaves like a bit of a stain. That's one swipe. And you know, this lipstick still performs so well. I think this is 2 or 3 years old, but formula is the same. Girl, you're my energy. Up like a battery. Tell me that you're okay. That's Healthy, Wealthy, Thriving. I think it looks really nice against my skin. I'm completely barefaced, by the way. I just have some face moisturizer on. No makeup except for some kajal in my eyes, and I think it looks really nice. I also realized that I am filming this slightly in the evening because the sun was too harsh earlier in the day. I film my videos in natural light. And it is a bit more cool toned right now, which is why the lipsticks might look less warm and more cool, and possibly why Bricola looks more pinkish than it is on camera. We had Poppy Sauvage from Estée Lauder, Bricola from MAC, and Healthy, Wealthy, Thriving also from MAC. Recognize this lip color. This is from Fenty Beauty. This is the Stunna lip paint in the shade Uncensored. I think this was one of the first lipstick colors that Rihanna came out with, like Fenty Beauty came out with, and it pretty much took the world by storm as the lipstick the red that suits all skin tones. Its packaging is super extra, not very smart because it takes up a lot of space and doesn't sit in a lot of lipstick containers. It has a really convenient doe foot applicator and is a bit of more of an orangish red, I would say. Wow, that pigment is insane. I don't know if you can see. It's a pretty insane pigment. I have tried this before. It looks really nice. It's a super thin formula, so you don't really need much. I haven't dipped my doe foot inside again, by the way. I've been driving all day, yeah. Like you can see, definitely one of those formula where a little goes a super long way. It's I would say a super convenient lipstick. I love the doe foot, gives you a lot of control. But because the formula itself is so liquidy and runny, it can get messy, it can bleed through your lip line. Like you can see, it's bleeding here. It's only because it's so runny that it slides easily. It does dry down. Just waiting for it to dry a bit more so I can show you transferability of this lipstick. But this is Uncensored from Fenty Beauty. I think it looks great on me. It's a very intense color for sure, so I wouldn't recommend this for work, but definitely for a day out. And whenever you would use this, I would say keep the makeup very minimal, like just eyebrows and eyes and maybe a bit of mascara, because you don't really need anything else when you've got this lip color on. It's drying now, super comfortable, also makes my lips look juicy, definitely, and has minimal transfer, if you can see. That's Fenty Beauty's Stunna lip paint. It is so good. I don't want to take this off. Next, I have a Lancome lipstick, and this is in the shade 888, kind of sexy. I love the Lancome lipsticks for their formula, for their performance, and also for their packaging. See that? What a satisfying click. So this is kind of sexy. It's from their matte collection. Again, a brownish red with hints of, I would say, terracotta in it, and also hints of pink in it. It actually comes across slightly berry as well. This is how it swatches. This is kind of sexy, and you can see how it compares to the others in the formula. And super comfortable, literally effortlessly glides on the lips. this is more a maroon with hints of pink. Very pretty. That's nice. So it's super pretty, super comfortable, works really well, very brown skin friendly, lasts a long time, beautiful packaging, nice experience. I mean, seriously, what's not to love about this lipstick? This is Lancome 888 and kind of sexy. My lips are feeling the swatches. they are getting progressively more red as I'm taking the lipstick off, but we will plow through. So next I have this Huda Beauty. This is a mini. This is from her liquid matte range in the shade Miss America. I think I got this as part of a 4 liquid mini kit, and when I saw this red, let me tell you, I literally gasped. It's such a pretty red. In fact, it looks very similar to the Fenty Beauty red, if I'm not wrong. So this mega swatch is the Huda Beauty lipstick. Wow. This is honestly so pretty, and I think this could be a dupe for Fenty Beauty's Uncensored. So if you want to try that red, I think try the Huda Beauty mini first. It's so pretty and it's very comfortable, and surprisingly this lipstick formula doesn't have that strong alcohol smell that I'm used to from the Huda Beauty lipsticks. We have found a dupe for the Fenty Beauty's Uncensored lip paint, and let me know if you want me to do a short comparing them, swatching them side by side. I think it would work. I can feel it drying. It's very comfortable. It's a solid cool toned red, and usually with Huda Beauty liquid lipsticks they last a long time, but I do find that we do experience feathering, wherein some of the product gets rubbed away from the middle of the lips, so that's a little annoying. But this definitely feels really good. Very soft, very comfortable, not heavy at all. It feels like I have nothing on my lips. A bit of transfer, but I think if I was a bit more patient waiting for it to dry in like 2-3 minutes, I don't think there would be any transfer. Oh my god, whenever I think of reds from Huda Beauty, I think of El Cinco de Mayo, the bullet lipstick, which I had featured in my last video. So since I always used to gravitate towards that, I never really thought about Miss America, but it was when I was putting this video together, going through my collection, swatching everything, I was like, this is a really pretty shade. And I am not wrong. So pretty. Okay, 6 down, 4 more to go. Let's quickly get through it. So the next lipstick that I have is possibly the prettiest lipstick I've seen. This is from Florasis, which is a Chinese brand, and it's from their Lovelock lipstick collection range, and this is Together Forever in the shade M314, and this is very similar to the Lancome packaging. Again, you can see why I call it the most beautiful lipstick I've seen, because it has this lovely engraving on this lipstick. And I would say it's a red with hints of orange on it. See, that's so pretty. Oh my god. This is such a creamy but matte formula, so dries down quickly. I'm not gonna lie, as I look at myself here and look at myself in the viewfinder, I am loving the way this is looking. Seriously, such an incredible lipstick. So good. Oh, I forgot to swatch it for you. This is how it swatches. You can see the orange in the swatch, but on the lips it doesn't come across so much. So pretty, such a beautiful color. I had to control myself from ordering more Florasis lipsticks, because I also have another Florasis lipstick which is so pretty. It's more a berry shade. Really had to control myself, but I'm very tempted to make an entire video about just Florasis lipsticks. or Asian owned beauty in general. So let me know if that's the kind of video that you'd be interested in. But I find this extremely pretty, extremely flattering, and I'm so surprised that East Asian beauty brands are not known to be the most inclusive when it comes to skin tone, right? But I think this is such a beautiful, flattering color if you're in and around my skin tone. I'll also mention the shade references to my skin tone in the description box below. I'll take this off and come back. Next up, I have Gucci, which is an iconic beauty brand. I'm also here with their iconic lip shade, which is Goldie Red, and this is in their liquid matte range. A moment for the packaging, it's super pretty. One of my other all-time favorite reds is the shade Louisa Red from their matte range, but I had featured Louisa Red in the video last year, so I don't want to repeat. So this is Gucci Goldie Red in the liquid matte. It's a very beautiful, almost delicate wand, I would say, with this doe foot. Again, you can see the hints of orange in this lip color, very similar to what we just tried. I would say this has a bit more vermilion, bit more red in it. And I like the Gucci one because you can start off light, like a stain, and then build the pigment. So that's just the Gucci stain, like, you know, I've just used my finger to rub it all in, and it really looks like I have nothing on, which is also a good look. It's like a perfect My Lips But Better MLBB everyday work look, but I'm going to deepen the pigment to show you how it looks. So pretty, no? And I can go in further to deepen this further. Honestly, with Gucci as well, I have been so impressed with all of the Gucci lipsticks. I've had to use a lot of self-control to not go in and buy more lip shades. So pretty. And an incredible formula. It dries down, but once it's dry, it's almost undetectable on your lips. And honestly, that's what you want, and it's also fairly long lasting. I remember I used to wear the Gucci matte lipstick to work all the time, which is why it's one of my most well used, most loved lipsticks. I can feel this drying, and if you wait for it to dry a bit more, you will hardly see any transfer. Like you can see, there's hardly any transfer. Such a pretty formula. Now on to the next lipstick. I have a lipstick that I featured recently in another video. This is from Charlotte Tilbury. It's in the Airbrush Flawless Lip Blur formula, and this is in the shade Ruby Blur. Again, liquid matte lipstick, has pinky undertones. Extremely comfortable lipstick. Can you see that I have a type? And you can see how different it is compared to the other lip colors. You can see how much of a pink undertone there is in this versus the orangish undertone that was there. This is again one of those lipsticks where you can start off sheer, almost like a stain, brush it out, and then go deeper in with the pigment, depending on your preference. And that's how it is sheared out. In fact, when it's sheared out, it looks more pinky than red, but as I deepen it, you'll know. That is so pretty. It's more a berry red for sure, but incredibly pretty, incredibly easy to apply, like very no nonsense, very fuss free. It went on so quickly. The issue with the lip blur formula is, you know, it does collect at the sides of your lips. You can see it does tend to stain. That's just how the formula is, so you have to be a bit more careful when you're using these lipsticks. Like not swatch 10 at a time like I am, but just a bit of care. But I think as a lipstick it is so pretty. And again, the lip blur formulas are such that as a stain, once it stains your lips, it stays put, it doesn't transfer. But when you deepen the pigment, put a lot on it, then this is never going to dry down like a mousse. So it's going to stay like a mousse on your lipsticks. So that way you do have a feeling, especially when you've deepened the pigment, gone in with 2-3 strokes, you do have the feeling like you've got something on your lips, which I know not everyone is a fan of. In fact, it's not staining as much as I expected. There you go. It's a very nourishing feel as well, which I really like. Wow, this is so pretty. Like literally everything that I swatched, I've looked at myself and been like, wow, this is so pretty. Wow, this is so pretty. It's a bit crazy, but this is really so pretty. Okay, so now the last lipstick that I have is from Fenty Beauty, and this is in the Velvet Liquid Lipstick range, and this is the shade H.B.I.C. It's an incredible moussey, deep red maroonish formula. And it's also, it looks like it's going to be a very, oh wow, it's quite similar to Ruby Blur, but I think Ruby Blur has more pink in it. This has definitely more rust, more orangish undertones in it. This is a very tricky formula, if you ask me. You can see it has a doe foot, it's a liquid formula, but it's actually more, sorry, why is it not focusing? It's actually more textured than a liquid lipstick, definitely not runny. So it's like, you can see it collecting. So how do I say it? It's thicker than a mousse. It's almost like a whip formula, like it's whipped up like a foamy lipstick. Definitely not liquid. But it dries down matte, huh? So I'm going to put the color first and just rub it on, and you can see how pigmented it is. Like the others became lightened to a tint, but this one stays as a lipstick. And you know, even that is so pretty, but you can deepen this even more. Like so. How stunning is that? It looks so stunning, makes my lips look so juicy, but you do have to take a bit of care while applying. It can get to be a messy application, but look at it. It looks so stunning, especially with, you know, I just got some kohl in my eyes. I think the contrast is super striking and looks very, very pretty. This is the Fenty liquid lipstick in H.B.I.C, I think. And it doesn't feel heavy on the lips at all. It doesn't weigh me down at all. I don't think this dries down for sure. Yeah, so it does transfer, but it's so pigmented that you won't mind the transfer. The one thing that I remember, like when I wore it to work, there was one day that I wore it to work and I was in a problem solving session. It was a long discussion, like 2-3 hours over coffee and snacks. And it was the kind of thing that, you know, you don't have a break, so I couldn't see myself in a mirror or anything, right? Because it's pretty intense discussion. And I was so mortified because I was also eating. I had no idea about whether the lipstick was spreading or... So I kept like, you know, touching my lips and trying to kind of look at myself in the laptop screen if it was all over the place. And I remember somebody saying like, your lipstick is fine, like relax, it's okay. And this was like colleagues, they're friends, so it was fine for them to say that. I remember feeling awkward about it. But I would say I wouldn't blame the lipstick for that. I would blame me more for that, hey, I'm eating and I'm usually like, especially I was really hungry at the time. So I eat, like if I'm hungry, I just wolf stuff down. Like I'm not demure or graceful or like elegant, none of that. I'm like hungry, I just eat stuff like that. And I remember being a little bit mortified, and ever since then I think I've been very reluctant to wear this lipstick, but that's my fault. And after some time it starts to dry, so it's definitely gotten more drier now, but the comfort is still there. And oh my god, look at how stunning this color is. I love it. This is such a pretty lipstick. This is the Fenty Velvet Liquid Lipstick in the shade H.B.I.C. And I think that brings us to all the lipsticks today. There are 10 lipsticks in all across different brands, more or less in the same red spectrum, right? The MAC Bricola one really threw me off. I'm very, very confused because in my memory it used to be a brickish red, and I don't know if it's the camera playing tricks on me or something else. So I know I can see that it's coming across as pinkish online, but I don't know why. or maybe it's also been in my collection for 2 years, so maybe it's just gotten old, but the smell, everything feels fine. So except for the MAC Bricola, which I'm super confused about, all the other lipstick recommendations I stand by. I love them. Whenever I need a red, I gravitate towards them. So I hope you found this video helpful. It was really fun for me to go through my lipstick collection and pick out, you know, my preferred reds. And I also tried to pick up lipsticks that I have not featured on my channel before, because that's how you keep the excitement going, the interest going. Anyway, that brings us to the end of this video. If you like this video, like me, like the vibes of this channel, I would love it if you would consider subscribing to join this community. We love all things beauty here, and I'm also trying to put in more videos around lifestyle. And I've been having a lot of fun creating this content, and I hope this has been of some value, either educational or entertainment for you. Anyway, I hope you found this video helpful. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I will see you around the next time. Bye! 너랑 나는 운명 너를 보고 싶어 꿈에 다시 와줘